So we are back with the second success story of 2024, and today we have with us Mrs. Sangeeta Reddy. She is founder and director of Reddy's Healthcare Pvt, Darjeeling Oncology Trust and Retina Institute of Bengal. So let's have a talk with her today. So ma'am, how are you?
I'm great, Nupur, and thank you for having me at Success Stories. I have heard so much about this thing, these episodes, how they are motivating people by listening to the successful stories of people from various walks of life. Yeah. I'm glad I'm here.
That is the whole purpose, so that people get motivated and inspired by the stories.
Right.
So ma'am, what do you think about early marriage? As I know about it, that you got married at the age of 18.
Yeah.
So what do you think about it? Did you face any challenges?
Basically in India, Nupur, when a girl child, a female is born, the parents raise that girl with an end goal to get her married. When a boy is born, parents raise him to make him a person who can earn for the family, right?
True.
So who can take care of his dependents.
Yeah.
So when the end goal of parents for a girl is marriage, naturally we all have been raised in similar circumstances.
Right.
So were my parents. That we should
you're
get
mentally prepared basically. Yes, I have to get married. But I want to ask you, you have a lot of responsibilities coming forward with marriage.
Yes, ma'am.
So is it is it sensible at the age of 18?
No, 18 is early.
Yeah.
First thing is we should never raise our girls with an end goal of marriage.
Right.
That thing apart. And if someone is, for circumstantial, if someone is getting into marriage at an early age, do not think that as the end of your life.
Yeah.
Marriage is one of the parts of our growing up years, right?
True.
We go to college, we study, we get married. When all these things are going on one direction, in the other parallelly, you should always think about your self-development, right?
Sure.
How you can become a career woman, how you can have a career for yourself. The most important thing a woman should always think is not become a dependent. Neither physically, nor mentally, nor emotionally, nor financially. So marriage, children, and self-growth can happen parallelly. That's what I thought. I was married early, but thankfully I had a husband who on the day one of marriage told me that someday I want to be known as your husband.
Oh wow.
And he also told me that I was just 12th pass and I was in undergrad second year.
Okay.
He told me that if you do not complete your graduation, all your life you'll be called a 12th pass. Do you want to be known as a 12th pass? No.
Oh.
Those two things, they left. He should be known as my husband someday, and I shouldn't be a 12th pass. So I completed my graduation and I never gave up studies.
I can so connect with this because this was the same thing with me. I got married at the age of 18, and I also didn't complete my graduation. So my whole focus was this only, कि चाहे जो भी हो जाए, I have to complete my graduation. I'm good with BCom degree itself, but yes, so I really can connect on this.
No, this is great, Nupur. You two were married at 18?
Yeah.
What a coincidence. And two successful women speaking
exactly.
When we were married at 18. So there's an example that you should never give up.
Yeah, so actually what I believe is, I think it doesn't really matter at what age you're getting married.
Right.
So you can always pursue your studies and your career post-marriage too. Yes, you need to have a supportive family. And a supportive husband.
True that. I agree to that, and thanks that we have.
Yeah, you're blessed.
Yeah. So at the same time, again telling you, rest of the things can go on one track, and our growth should go parallelly on the other track. We should not give up.
That is right. So you have pursued your studies post-marriage.
Yes, post-marriage.
So did you face any challenges?
Challenges?
Because I think even after you had a kid,
yes, nice.
Even then you were studying.
Yes. So
I'm sure it must have been
one of the biggest advantages of education in India is we have something called as distance education, right?
Yeah.
So I was married, I was having children. So my child, I was fully pregnant. I went and wrote an exam. I had 1 month-old baby. Then I was writing an exam. Okay. So I kept on
1 month-old baby, and you're writing an exam.
Yes, I was writing an exam, and that's what kept me happy. Yeah. That's what made me happy. That pursuit of knowledge. is what keeps me going. I will die if my mind is idle. So if I want to remain alive, I have to read, I have to learn new things.
Of course, and I think it's never late to learn anything.
Exactly.
Even you reach any age,
Yes.
we should
never
not be giving up on learning
never give up.
or knowing new things.
And the best way to remain young is to give up, to never give up learning, you know. External body will fade, you know, your exterior will age, but you can always keep the inner you alive, agile, kicking by learning newer things.
True, very true. That is so true. So your father was was MP
Yes, yes.
in Lok Sabha.
Yes.
So didn't you ever think of entering into politics?
So as I was married quite early and I had left my father's home in the earlier years, living away from him, but there was always an instinct and urge to get into public life, get into public service. So on and off, I had this idea of getting into active politics, active public service, but somehow because of the distance between Siliguri and Hyderabad, my home place in Siliguri, I decided to choose my family over my ambition to get into politics. So if I have to chase a career in politics, or if I have to get into that, then I have to leave my husband and all the work here and go back home and join politics. So I choose my family over it. However, the desire was strong. If I had to make a choice, I would choose my family.
Of course, that is totally right on your part.
Yeah.
But yes, further, even in Siliguri, you have options for politics.
Fine. I mean, I am serving people in a different capacity
So you're open
here.
to it, basically.
Not into active electoral politics, but into service. Yes, I'm already, as I mentioned you, we opened a trust in the name of Darjeeling Oncology Trust, which is into serving poor people. So satisfying that urge to serve through these means.
Of course. That is so true. And like you had an early marriage, but these days, if you notice, we have late marriages. That has become a trend somehow. So what do you want to say about that? Do you say like late marriages are good?
It's like this, ma. Every girl has to decide for herself, do I want to become a mother? You know, to become a mother, there is a biological age, right? At a certain age, your body is ready to get into that motherhood thing. So if you see yourself as a mother in the future, and if you want to have a baby out of a wedlock, then you should think of getting married at like between 25
Maybe
to 30.
Around 25.
25 to be in between 25 to 30 and have a child by 30. But if you have decided that no, I am okay without children.
You want career
and marriage and maybe a husband who would think that it's okay not to have babies. We can fight the societal pressure of not being parents. Then fine, you can delay the marriage. But something should happen at a right age, medically.
And at the right time.
At the right time. So if you are forcing yourself as a mother in the future, then get married between 25 to 30 and have a baby or two by 30, 32. That's a general advice. This is typical Indian auntie advice. But still.
No, I'm sure biologically you're right.
The clock is ready at a certain age. After that, then you become dependent on medicine. So support system to become a mother.
Of course.
So for everyone, it's a natural urge to become a mother, right? So for that you need to get into, you can have babies without marriage also. So many celebrities are getting, Ekta Kapoor is a mother, Tushar Kapoor is a father, Karan Johar is a father, without getting married. You have such options. It's an individual choice. It's absolutely no pressure, no force. You know, you're okay without marriage. All that matters in our life is happiness. And do what makes you happy. Having children makes you happy, getting married makes you happy, get married. Without marriage, if you're happy, enjoy it. Celebrate your choices.
Yes, so I think that is a very good suggestion for all the viewers. And so as today's story is also based on Women's Day, so like I would want to ask you, what do you think about women entrepreneurs having impact on the society? What impact are they having?
So we women entrepreneurs, we bring a lot of empathy to workplace. For example, an employee of mine comes to me with a leave application, Madam, mere bete ka birthday hai, chutti chahiye. Maybe a man would not understand that emotion.
That is so
But
true.
as a lady, I can understand, I can connect to that emotion. A lady would come and say, today is my wedding anniversary, give me half daily. I would happily sign that thing, and I said, go have fun. So we women entrepreneurs bring a lot of empathy and care to the organizations, a bindingness, a teamwork.
Yeah.
So I feel that we are natural leaders.
And the employees, they might connect more to the female entrepreneurs than to the males.
Yes. So we are natural leaders. We are the binding agents. We keep the family together. We keep the workplace together. I think more and more women should come out and embrace multiple roles. We should remove those inhibitions, those barriers in our mind that I cannot do this. We all can do everything. Each one of us is born with the same amount of, brain matter.
Right.
How much we use it is all that matters. So we can do it and we should do it. Nothing should stop us.
What do you think about time management? Like what I have seen, though females are pursuing entrepreneurship and also looking after their family, kids and everything, but many can have that time management in their schedule, but many can't. So what do you like to say about that?
Indira Gandhi had 24 hours a day, Sudha Murthy has 24 hours a day, Sunita Williams has 24 hours a day, Nupur Agarwal has 24 hours a day, Sangeeta. All of us have the same.
Yeah.
How we use our time is what matters. How we divide, how we segment our time, how much time are we allotting to each slot, each priority. You need not compromise on your family to become an entrepreneur.
And many get over pressurized. Oh, I'm so busy all the time. I'm busy.
We are wasting
pressure, family pressure.
We are spending time at wrong places then.
Yeah.
Maybe we are spending a lot of time in beauty parlors, in shopping malls.
Yeah.
We should know where we are spending. Gossiping, in unwanted phone calls, in sitting and speaking about others rather than focusing on self-development.
Or Instagram or Facebook. You have to segregate your time.
Yes, choose your priorities.
Yeah, the right way.
Yes, yes.
So you have 2 children?
I have 2 children.
Yeah, one is a doctor.
Yeah, the boy is already done with undergrad.
Okay.
The girl is still in second year MBBS.
So she is also going to be a doctor soon.
Yeah.
And your husband is also
a doctor.
So you have a family of doctors.
They choose, I discouraged the younger one, the girl, from getting into it because I thought if you want to enjoy the rest of the things in your life, your career will take up a lot of time.
Okay.
So choose wisely. So she said that I cannot imagine myself doing anything other than treating patients, helping people.
Yeah,
So,
if that's her passion, if that's within her, then of course she won't be able to do.
True. And maybe they got inspired by looking at their father all their life as a career
that
man.
happens, I believe, because when you're young,
So nothing was forced on them, or it wasn't a choice we made for them, it was a choice they made
they chose for themselves. Nothing better.
We supported it.
Of course. So her life mantra is live life with goals.
Yes, goals.
So what message do you want to give on this, based on this?
So goal is something like this. My goal is what keeps us going. You can have, मैं 10 साल बाद ये बनना चाहती हूँ. That's a 10-year goal. You should have a goal what you want to do with your next 1 hour. How do you want to spend your next 1 hour? If you achieve this goal, then have a goal for your next 1 hour, next day. So you have to start having the goals from the smallest dimension, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 10 years. If you're always focused on that 10-year goal, you would never move an inch from here to there. So think about what you want to do up to lunch. I have a goal that by lunch I have to read 20 pages of this book. I have to write this article. I have to learn these 2 dance moves. I have to focus on what I'm eating. It's not that I want to shed 10 kgs in next 1 month. That will never happen. Everything will start with what you eat in your next meal. Sure. So we need to have goals. Without goals, there is no purpose to life. If there is a goal, you look forward to the next day, to the next hour, to the next week. So keep having shortest goals to the longest time frame goals. Goals are essential.
That is a beautiful message to all. Otherwise there will be people suggesting, have goals, but yes, for a time frame. But her message is for smaller dimensions, maybe for after an hour what you're supposed to do. So that's beautiful. I think I have learned a lot from that.
We all are learning, ma? We all are learning from each other.
So tell me about your hobbies, your passion.
So what makes me happy?
Like other than work?
Yeah, what makes me happy is planting trees, seeing flowers bloom, growing food.
So you love nature?
I love nature. That is only, I think, if I want to remain alive, if I want to see next day, tomorrow, I want to see my flower bloom. I want to grow paddy. I want to harvest my paddy. So these are the things which intrinsically keeps me happy, my soul happy. What keeps my mind happy is thinking, reading, writing, giving words to my thoughts. These are the things which keeps my mind active. What keeps my body active is I was a classical Bharatanatyam dancer till I was 12 years.
Oh wow!
After that,
so you're a dancer too?
I was.
No,
so I gave up.
That always remains.
Then I gave up for 35 years. So recently, I have decided that I'm 48 now. By 50, I want to give a stage performance.
Oh, wow.
So I have started reviving my classical dance. So
I really want to see you.
I want to show it to you, Nupur.
Yes.
And I told you, that's a goal for 2 years, but I have started learning my steps. I have started practicing my steps.
So this
now.
is how you set your goals.
Yeah.
Like a perfect example. Right
on my
there.
50th birthday, I want to give a stage performance.
Wow, I really want. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's all do it. You all applauding me, and I'm dancing, and maybe next year another 10 women will take it up, and they too will do it. The purpose of all sisterhood, womenhood is we all need to stand by each other, push each other for the right things. धक्का मार के सबको आगे लेके जाना है ना. Sometimes you do it with your actions. Sometimes you do it with your words. Sometimes you physically stand behind people and say, go do it. That's the purpose of motivating women. We all should stand for each other. We all should support each other.
We should lift each other.
Lift each other. Yeah, we should.
That is
and that's
so important. For every woman, I believe, instead of feeling jealous about any other female, I think we should think about lifting each other.
Jealous is a very natural trait.
That is helpful for both.
Jealous is a very natural trait.
Yeah, it's
envy is a very natural thing. Convert your envy into creativity.
Yeah.
Okay? Right. Make it a positive envy.
It's good to be competitive, no doubt. You have to have that competition within you.
Yeah. Constructive jealous.
Yeah, right.
Constructive jealous, not destructive jealous.
True.
Okay, if you're envious of, try to learn something from them. Imbibe what is making you envious of them. Observe that quality and imbibe it in yourself.
Of course.
So that's how we grow, and we all need to help each other. We cannot grow in isolation.
Yeah.
We need support.
Yes.
And
everyone needs
all
that.
Of us
it's not necessarily support of family or friends only.
All of us.
But yes, of whoever you have around you.
We need to support and stand for each other, not pull down.
Yes. So we had a beautiful message by Mrs. Sangeeta Reddy, and I'm sure everyone is feeling motivated, because I am feeling that. She spoke beautifully about her life journey and how it can affect every woman living here and watching us today. So I really want everyone to know about this story. I'm sure it's going to be very inspiring for everyone. Thank you so much for coming and honoring success story. We had a beautiful time with you, and it was really knowledgeable.
Thanks, Nupur, for hosting these things, because biographies, looking at real life stories is really motivating.
Yes.
My bookshelf is filled with books on biographies. I read stories of all the successful people.
Yeah.
What motivated them to take up those bigger challenges and achieve what they have achieved.
Yes.
So these success stories, in these success stories, we are discussing the success of people and the challenges they face to reach that top. So we need such stories, and thank you for bringing in so many people onto this platform. I watched some of interviews and I really got motivated, So every discussion should have a take-home message, and your success story always has a take-home message.
That is the whole purpose, yes.
Thank you, Nupur, for
Thanks
having
a lot.
me here.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you.